Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to carve out a number 5 cake. So you can make a number 5 cake without a cake mold or without a cake pan, like a special cake pan basically. Okay, and this technique you can use it for any other number cakes or letter cakes. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. What you need is a cardboard first, and then you're going to trace out what you want to carve. In this case, today we're going to be carving a number 5. So we're going to trace out a number 5. I want it to be as big as possible to cover the, depending on the size of cake you're going to be carving, yeah? Because you don't want to waste your cake. You want to cut out as little as possible part of your cake. I don't know if my English makes sense, but anyways. Okay, so I'm making sure the number 5 fits like the cardboard as perfectly as possible, so like there won't be too much cut out for my cake. So you can also use this for other number cakes as well, or letter cakes. And if this is the second method I use to make number cakes, if you want to see the first method, yeah, that is for if you maybe have a round pan or maybe a square pan. You can use the first method because it's a lot easier. Today I'm going to be using a rectangular cake, like a sheet cake cut in two. So that's where I'm going to be using this method today. So if you want to see the first method, click right above here. It's for a number 9 cake, number 9 cake. So you're going to see the first, the other, sorry, I'm blabbing a little today. The other method that I used to make my, cake cutouts for numbers or letters. So moving on, like I'm going to cut out the excess, like the parts of the 5 that are not part of the 5. You're going to cut that part out. I don't know if you understand the English I just spoke, but it's okay. So you're going to cut that part out, so like your 5, like the shape of your 5 can be fully revealed. Okay, so let's say for example you're using this to make a number 4. You want to make sure it fits the size of the cake you're going to be carving. For example, the cake I'm going to be carving today is approximately the size of like an A4 paper, which is the size of this cardboard I'm using. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so if you're going to be using those other like regular shapes like round and stuff to carve your cake out of, so make sure to check out my other number cake videos, because I have other number cake videos on this channel for you guys. I've done number 4, number 9, number 6, number 8, yeah, number 3. Oh wow, I've done a lot, really. Have I done number 1? Number 7, yeah. And now this is number 5. I think it's mainly just like 3 because I want to do every single figure for you guys. Okay, so now that we are done cutting out our cardboard, I'm going to be showing you the cake I'm using. I'm using this red velvet cake that I baked in a sheet pan. And for this cake, I want it to be 2 layers of 5. So it can be like 2 different layers of 5 on each other, because it's going to be a naked cake. Okay, so I want to cut it in the middle. So if you notice, each half of the pan is approximately the size of an A4 paper. So I already had that in mind before cutting out my number 5. Does that make sense? So make sure you have you have in mind the size of your cake before even cutting out your number 5, because that way it will make your life a lot easier and you know what method to use, whether this method or my other method. Okay, so moving on, you want to like cut out, like separate the cake in the middle, the sheet pan. You want to separate it in the middle, and you want to make sure it's like as approximately as half as 2 equal halves as best as possible. English is hard. So now once you've made that line in the middle, you want to turn your cake over and then you want to trim the edges. Okay guys, so once you're done trimming the edges, so you're going to have every part of your number 5, every part of your sheet cake. So you see the parts that maybe are useless, or basically you see the parts where you're carving into and you know like what to do next. So make sure you cut out all the excess and all the parts that are bulging out, because those ones kind of make your life a little bit difficult. So and those hanging out parts are a little bit crunchy, so it will be a little bit harder for you to carve your number 5 out of a part that is crunchy, because those are the edges of the cake, if that makes sense. So now like peeling off the parchment paper on top of my cakes, and I have it absolutely flat. Yeah, so if you want this recipe for this red velvet cake, I'm going to put the link right up here for you. It's a red velvet sponge cake. It is absolutely divine, and I'm not even kidding. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is take your cardboard that you already cut in the shape of your number, and then you want to take a small knife and then start to carve. This part is very easy. What you want to do is use your finger to hold the cardboard in place so it doesn't move around, because if it moves around, it is going to misguide what you're cutting and then you're going to cut wrong. Do you understand? Yes, I'm sure you do. Okay, so you want to like hold the cardboard in place while you use your other hand to like, you know, cut the part of the 5 that is not part of the 5. Basically the part that when you cut it out, it will reveal your perfect number 5. Yes, that's what you want to do. Okay, so, and it's best for you to use a small knife. And like I don't know, like I think it was kind of easier for me to use the longer knife, because the small knife I was using in this case was a little bit too blunt. So if you have a sharp small knife, that'd be perfect, because a smaller knife will have better precision when you cut. Okay, so once you cut out all the other parts of the 5 that does not belong in the 5, you're going to have a perfectly made number 5 cake that is revealed once you remove those parts. So now the magic part happens. Remove the parts, remove the parts, remove the parts, and then you're going to have a perfect number 5. So I don't know who is going to eat the remnant parts, but you know, I don't know. Anyways, so now once you remove the parts, you're going to have a perfect number 5, and that's all you have to do. You can do this for any other number cake. It works perfectly every time, and you have control over what you're cutting. So thank you guys so much for always watching my videos, and I will see you in my future tutorials. Please subscribe now. Thank you.